Hello everyone, this is the EVS class for Standard 5th. We are doing chapter 22 Food and Digestion. Today we shall learn about digestive system. Have you ever thought what happens to the food we eat and where does it go? Let us try to understand this. Let us see digestion process in human body. The journey of food begins at the mouth and ends at the anus. The food passes through a process called digestion where it is broken down completely till all the nutrients are into the bloodstream and the waste is removed. There are many organs involved in this process and there is a lot of activities happening in every organ. Let us see what happens in mouth. We begin digesting of food as soon as we put it in a mouth. Our teeth are powerful crushers that cut, chew, and grind the food. Our lips hold the food in. Our tongue pushes the food inside the mouth as it mixes with saliva. We have salivary glands in our mouth and cheeks, which secrete a liquid called saliva. Saliva contains many enzymes which moisten the food and break it down into smaller particles, thus making it soft and smooth like a paste. The tongue, which is actually a powerful muscle, moves the food towards the back of the mouth and pushes it down into the esophagus or food pipe. This process is called swallowing. Let us know what is the role of esophagus. The esophagus is a long, thin tube which transports the food from the mouth to the stomach. This tube is inside the neck. It is about 25 centimeters long in an adult. It is also called gullet or food pipe. The strong muscles in the wall of the tube squeeze and push the food down into the stomach. It has a muscular wall towards the bottom which stops the food from the stomach to re-enter the mouth. Now we talk about the stomach. Let us see what happens in stomach. Our stomach is a J-shaped strong muscular bag that can stretch to store food. It works like a food blender. Its muscular walls contract and churn the food that we have swallowed. Acidic fluid called digestive juices aid in breaking down of food. Some parts of the food, such as glucose, are directly absorbed into the blood through the walls of the stomach. The food in stomach stays for nearly 3 or 4 hours. Now let us talk about the liver. The liver is the largest and busiest organ inside the body. It does many different jobs, out of which 3 are very important. It produces thick green liquid called bile, which is stored in a small pear-shaped bag called the gallbladder. Bile is a digestive juice which helps in breaking up the fats that we are eaten. This makes it easier for fatty food to be digested into the stomach and intestine. The liver also received and processes nutrients from the blood, storing some and passing others on. It also cleared the blood of poisons and wastage. Now talk about the pancreas. The pancreas produces many enzymes which are released into the small intestine. The intestine needs this to further break down the food. It also produces insulin. Insulin is a hormone which controls the sugar level in our blood. When the pancreas do not produce enough insulin, we tend to get diabetes. Now small intestine, let us see what happens in the small intestine. When the food leaves the stomach, it enters the small intestine, which is nearly 7 meters long. The digestive juices further break down the food into soluble substances, which can be easily absorbed by the walls of small intestine. It is then passed into the bloodstreams. Now large intestine. What happens in large intestine? The large intestine is a long white tube around 1.5 meters long that surrounds the tightly coiled small intestine. It is the end of digestive system. It receives remains of food from the small intestine. Excess water and salt are absorbed here, and waste products from the digestive food, including fibers, that is a part of food which is not digested, move down to the end of the tract. The walls of the large intestine are very smooth and produce a slimy mucus. This helps the food waste called feces to slide along easily and pass out the body through the anus. Undigested food stays in the large intestine for up to 12 hours before it is pushed out of the body. Now we talk about the rectum. It is 12 centimeter long tube at the end of the large intestine, which holds the feces. When it fills up, we feel the need go to the toilet. Now talk about the anus. The anus is the final destination. It is an opening in the body which lies at the end of the rectum. The solid waste passes out of the body from here. Thus remember, we must achieve our food well, eat a balanced diet, and follow the right eating habits to stay healthy and fit. Now your homework is draw human digestive system and identify the organs and write their names.